Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be following a tutorial by Jaime French. Today I just want to do something fun. So I was watching some Jaime French videos last night and I found this one from 2019 where she goes in following makeup rules from my old cosmetology textbook, and I thought it would be fun to just follow along with her on this video and apply these principles to my face. I can't remember what all she does, so this should be pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and get started.
According to this, my eyes are kind of gray, but it only lists blue, green, or brown. So we'll go with blue because they are closer to blue. So complementary colors for blue eyes. Orange is the complementary color to blue because orange contains yellow and red. Shadows with any of these colors in them will make the eyes look bluer. Totes agree. Common choices include gold, warm orange browns like peach, copper, red browns, mauves, and plums, and neutrals like taupe or camel. Today I'm really not feeling like applying a stark eye base to my eye, so I'm actually just gonna use foundation. This is Maybelline,
I have that same foundation. Mine is in the shade 110 Porcelain. Let me shake this up. It's been a while. Makeup ASMR. It's been a while since I've used this, so we are going to use this as our eyeshadow primer.
Called Dream Urban Cover. This is the shade 115 Ivory. I like that it kind of has a brightening effect to it, like it's got some peachiness in it that gives it a brightness, but it's just a nice soft kind of sheery foundation. Not sheer, but it just doesn't look stark. Foundation grips your eyeshadow just as well. There's beads in there. Look at it. Okay, I'm gonna go in with orange as my transition. Because I like to.
All right, so she is saying oranges, reds, coppers. So I'm going to use a mix of my palette from ColourPop that I kind of like build your own palette. I call this the pick of the patch. So obviously this with the oranges, we're going to be using this. And then if there's any rusty red tones that we need to pull from, I'll be using this palette from Catrice. So an orange color for the transition shade. Okay, I'm gonna go in. Now on camera, this does not look as orange as it comes off in real life. So I'm gonna use that shade for my transition color. Oops, I'm knocking into everything over here. Don't panic, don't panic. It would help if I had my mirror actually facing me. Look at this. I feel like I need to take a deep breath. Also something in my eye, also my hair. Let's go in with this color as our transition shade. Oh my gosh, what? There is something in my eye. It's been in my eye all night. Sorry if eyeball stuff grosses you out. Trigger warning. Let me see what she's doing.
Color icon.
Okay, so she really kept it up here. And kind of this direction. And this shade specifically is Laguna, which is a matte shade from ColourPop. I stabbed my eye, so now it's starting to water. Alright, I feel like that's good. Let's keep going.
It says yellow and red and orange and like bronze and warm colors. Ooh, look at this one. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey girl, hey. Gotta use that for show. I just remembered something else I picked up from Wet n Wild not too long ago was this guy. They come out with these like cream paint palettes. This one, this is the neutrals one, has this kind of odd color to it that is very intriguing. Yeah, maybe let's do that as a base. When in Rome. I love, love, love using cream bases under my eyeshadows.
Okay, so now she's taking red. I don't have anything cream-based red. I have blushes, but I don't think any of them are red enough to accomplish that. Like even this turns more berry. Yeah, that's more blue-based. And I don't want to use lipsticks because I don't think they'll blend out well enough. So I am going to pull from this palette. Okay, I think I'm going to go in with this shade called hashtag Yas.
Yeah! Yeah!
All right, so let me find a flat brush and she just put that into the outer corner and kind of onto the lid. So let's do that. Just a little bit of fallout, and that's coming off a lot more red on camera than in real life. It's much more of a rusty red in person. This is actually a really nice palette from Catrice. Yes, I covered up the bad word. We're just going to call this the Bad Bay palette. So let me plop that on the other eye and then we'll keep going. Okay, so there's that red shade. I did go ahead and blend it out with the same brush I used in the orange shade, but I didn't put any more product on it. I just used it how it is. So let's see what next.
Okay, I'm gonna take this guy right here. These colors don't really have names, which is fine. I don't really need them, but yeah. That's looking cute.
Okay, so now she's taking an even darker red into this outer section. All right, I think I'm gonna go in with this. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here.
Let's do that bomb diggity color I found right here. It's crazy textured, chunks on chunks on chunks, but I don't care at all. I feel like this is going to be a monochromatic kind of eye look. I kind of want to do this like really true yellow gold. I think I'll just take my pinky finger under the eye. I'm already feeling like this video is way too long. We're gonna go back in with that orange.
Okay, so she went ahead and went under her eyes. So I'm going to take just a little bit of this foundation. Go ahead and put that under here so we can go ahead and finish the eyes. I see what she's doing now.
We're going to go with this red cream that I talked about earlier that I said I wasn't going to use because the color wouldn't work. And we're keeping it tight, like a tiger. Yeah, it's a little too much of a blue red, but just slightly. I mean, I still think it works, you know. Oh, I just made it weird. Yeah, I feel like.
Okay, so she's going in with a red. So I'm gonna go back in with that hashtag yes on this. I don't know what this is, but it's from that new brush set. These have been great. It's the same type of brush, like this little pointer brush. Okay, connect this. Okay, she did liner and lashes, so I'm going to do a little bit of liner and then just do my mascara. I don't feel like putting on lashes today, and I'll be right back. Okay, so apparently I missed where on the lower lash line she also went in with orange first before that red. So I am just going to take a little bit of that first color we used in the transition shade and just lightly run that under the red. And then she also went in with a very golden color in the inner corner and under the brow. Ooh, 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 ooh. I know what I'll use. I'm going to use this highlight from the e.l.f. Bite Size Duo in Cantaloupe. I'm going to go in with this small detailed pencil. Pop this into this area here and a little bit down onto this lower lash line as well. It might be a little too cool toned for all this orange and red, but it'll be all right. Okay.
Corrective makeup can be applied to create width at the forehead and slenderize the jawline and add length to the face. So basically, according to this, you should want your face to be long and oval. I wonder if they're still using this book. I don't really know what my face shape is. I think it is long and oval. Or is it oblong? It kind of also looks like her. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, the oblong face has greater length in proportion to width than the square or the round face. It is long and narrow. I don't really think my face is narrow, but I guess
we're gonna go in with the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer Stick in Blaze.
I'm gonna do it pretty dramatically, kind of like the photos show. So I'm gonna take this MAC full coverage foundation in NW45. Okay.
And okay, I'm gonna back this up and watch this again.
So if I'm oblong and I want to be more oval, we are going to minimize the forehead, kind of shorten the face a little bit. Woo! It also says to minimize your double chin, which we all...
Okay. Hold on, girl. I'm coming. Probably be good if I actually used a mirror and not my viewfinder. Okay, real quick too, I noticed she took that red a little bit further over than I did, and that is bugging me, so... Well, she didn't take her inner eye, but apparently I did, so... Is me letting this sit on my face a mistake? Probably.
Oh no, I have. I never ever do this though because I just don't really think it works on me. I think if you have even the slightest jawline, this totally works. But on me, my chin literally goes straight to my neck, even when I'm thinner. I feel like I have kind of an odd placement of fat right there. So while I don't think this will work, we're gonna do it anyway. And to shorten my face, I am gonna go a little higher up than I normally would. I look oval. All right, now let me just blend that with like a...
Okay, hold on. I'm scared. Snap. Now what's she? Okay, it looks like a flat top kabuki. So I'm gonna go in with this one. I don't know who it's from, and ooh, it needs washed, but
how things are looking. Ooh, and you know what? I wonder if I can make my neck smaller because I hate how big my stinking neck is. Like maybe I can just cut some of it off. Okay, and then it looks...
Wait. I need to blend. Blend like my life depends on it. Hers looks a lot darker, but that's okay. I'm not mad about it. Maybe this isn't the best color on me because it looks like this way it looks fine. But like if I turn my head at all, it looks a little much.
Like also you should correct the typical like cheekbone areas that we all kind of normally do when we contour. And this is not in the book, but when I do this, instead of going to the top of my ear, I angle it just up slightly. I just think it looks so much better from the side when you like turn your head. There's something about going straight back. It doesn't work for me. Okay, what do you think? Do I look more oval? Do I look like the ideal person? Ooh, if you have a long, thin neck, it says you can apply a lighter foundation on...
I'm scared. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do this brush for this.
Says to contour the sides of your nose if you have a broad nose, which I kind of do, not necessarily up here, but I do feel like it gets a little big down there. Apply a dark foundation to the sides of the nose and nostrils, and avoid getting the dark tone into the laugh lines because it will accentuate them. The foundation must be carefully blended to avoid visible lines. So again, this is kind of not new information, but I guess I never really heard anyone say...
Okay, I definitely want to contour my nose, so let's try this.
Like I don't really remember learning that, so try that. It doesn't really say how far to go in, you know. So I'm just gonna do what I think, what I would like my nose to look like, and this time.
Okay, so going down the side of my nose, then she kind of brings it up over like this little bubbly part. And then brought it down the side. Oh, on the nostril. Okay.
Man, makeup is just so crazy. It's so much fun to play with because it's like creamy. Like you can keep working with it until you have the look you want. People are always telling me like, why don't you try painting? Why don't you try painting? Why don't you try drawing? And I'm like, it's too much commitment. I don't got a makeup wipe where I can just wipe it off if I make a mistake. Dude, this is lit. This is lit, bro. So my laugh line is right here and it says not to go into that. So I'm just gonna like kind of erase that line without going down here. I feel like I kind of need to blend it up this way too, and maybe even right here a little bit. Ooh, wait, whoa. No, gosh, I would love to try this on other people, but there's never time, you know? Like doing a wedding, you don't get to do all these cool techniques. You're on a time crunch. Okay, so for lips, it says...
Wait a minute. Okay, I think I took it a little too... Yeah, okay, that looks much more...
Not just to overdraw them with your lip liner, but to contour around them to create fullness. My lips are pretty full, but I just want to see if this works. I'm not trying to say that my lips are thin or anything. Nobody panic. I do feel like when I smile and I laugh really hard, like my top lip goes away. And I do feel like sometimes I don't like how much distance I have right here from my nose to my lip. I know it's crazy nitpicky, I know. But I always kind of wish it was, I don't know, like that. So we'll see if this trick works. This one.
I actually have already tried this trick, and this video is where I learned it, and I've been doing it a lot in my videos lately, but we're gonna go ahead and listen to what she says.
Get this. It basically just follows your shape, kind of. Yes, done. How big can we get them, girls? Dude, no lie, in person, on top especially, that literally made my upper lip look 100 times bigger and close this gap that I hate a little bit. Now, how do I blend that though without just turning it into a mustache? Just blend it like this. Oh my god, this is so funny. It's really making me want to like do some special effects makeup. Dude, my lips look huge right now in person. Okay, so I feel like if I keep this shading right here but kind of take it away right here, it will avoid the mustache look but maintain that full lip look. Yes, yes. Okay, I get where this is going. I'm loving it. I'm feeling it. And even though it looks crazy to you guys right now, just wait, okay? Okay, apply foundation. So when you're satisfied with your choice, place a small amount of the foundation on a palette in the palm or on the back of your hand using the tips of your fingers or a cosmetic sponge. Apply sparingly and evenly over the entire face. Start at the center of the face and blend with outward and downward motions. How about we mix Maybelline Urban Dream Cover in 115 Ivory and W3.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna mix the Dream Urban Cover in 110 Porcelain and the True Match Lumi in W12 Porcelain. So I'm going to take 2 pumps of the Lumi and then just an equal amount of the Dream Urban Cover. Kind of mix them together here. Let me try to wipe off my paw because it looks like that's what she's going in with again for the foundation. Okay.
Start at the center of the face and blend with outward and downward motions. To start at the center of the face, work outward and downward. And it said to use it sparingly, which is totally.
Okay, so she did it on the cheeks. I've definitely got a wider, broader face than she does. Because like I can see where she's applying her product. It's like hitting the contour much quicker than, oops, I seem to be. Okay, I'm going to take my sponge and just spray this backside with a little bit of Catrice.
Do I have 2 identical zits right here? Fun. Now I'm just going to like kind of tap over what I did here. Oh, I should have used this. I should have given that another try. Man, stupid person. I'm just gonna kind of rock it back and forth. Blend that nose contour a little bit. It's funny because it's like, I feel like, oh no, it's gonna cover up all that contouring I did, but it doesn't really. It just kind of covers it up a little so it's not so dramatic, but then kind of neutralizes.
I'm having a hard time not picking up too much foundation. Like, even though I'm going in and wiping it off, I feel like I'm just getting a lot. And like, I keep trying to pat it out and take away some of the excess.
Natural, a little more wearable, you know? Even like the double chin thing, I kind of, like, I feel like it doesn't look that bad. All right, now it says to apply concealer. Usually using a brush or finger.
Okay, hold on. I'm like going in, grabbing some, and then kind of wiping it off so that I'm, so that I'm not applying too much product. This foundation combination may not be the best for me. It looks a little dry around my mouth. However, I like how my nose looks. Like, it looks contoured, but not as harsh as when I do it over the foundation. And also, like, even this, like, I have that, but it doesn't look as harsh. My neck looks a lot nicer. I feel like I lost a lot on my forehead, but that's okay.
Fingertips, apply the concealer lightly where needed. Blend in with a patting motion. Okay, not entirely new.
Okay, for concealer, I'm going to go in with my NYX Dark Circle Concealer in Fair.
We're going to apply it lightly. This stuff is like crazy full coverage though. I probably got too much. That's not right. I've applied concealer like this plenty of times. I feel like we all have, like, by just using our finger. So again, not necessarily new information, but just interesting that this is what is written in the cosmetic.
Okay, and then she put a little bit on her chin. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, and she is taking her sponge, so I'm gonna grab this one from wetnwild that, like, it's that teardrop. It has kind of that flat side shape like she has.
Very blurring, kind of removes my pores nicely. Kind of feel like that slightly took away coverage on me today, just right in the cheek area. Now it says to go in with your eyes, which I have already done, so we're skipping over that.
So she just, does she only do her cheek area? Ooh. Yeah, I definitely feel like I lost a lot of the bronze that I had. Even though I went in with that bake shade, maybe I should have went in straight with the stick versus going in with the paw.
So next it says to apply cheek color. Okay, now it says you apply outward and upward toward the temples. Up here, I'm gonna dip into this kind of little rosy pink color from my Sigma palette. It's called
Rosy Pink color. Okay, so I'm using my BH Cosmetics Vanilla Cream Truffle. She's got this very round, floofy brush. This brush, it's a random one from CVS. Is as close as I'm gonna get to that. Okay, so I'm gonna go in these two colors. Let me back that up. I need to see what she did again.
Okay, now it says to apply outward and upward toward the temples. Up here, I'm gonna dip into this kind of little rosy pink color from my Sigma palette. It's called Pinkin'. So smile and up towards the temples. That's weird. It's weird to me. But yet, did that just kind of look amazing? Kind of blends in with your contour. I thought that sounded really weird to sweep the blush up to the temple, but I'm kind of feeling it because it like blends in with the contour. Bronzer is not listed in this little section, but I am going to add some. In addition to what we did with the contouring, I'm going to add a little bronzer. This is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. It's a little bit cooler in tone to me than like what I used to contour with. I'm just taking the same brush here, and I just figure it won't hurt. I'm working in layers here, you know. Side of the forehead here.
Okay, so I too have my Milani. I definitely don't feel like I need anything on my nose as far as bronzer.
After placing the lip color on the brush, begin by applying at the outer corners and work toward the middle. Repeat on the opposite side. Connect the center peaks using rounded strokes following the natural lip line. So this says to coordinate the cheek and lip colors with the same color family. So since I did warm colors on my eyes, I'm going to keep it in the warm family on the lips. So I'm gonna do Gerard Cosmetics in the color Mercury Rising. We're working on the outer corners and I feel like using a lip.
Okay, warm. I have got this from L'Oreal Color Riche 403 Matte Traction Red. I actually showed this in my makeup declutter. That's kind of like, now see on camera though it looks blue, but I swear in person it's more rusty looking.
Brush. And we're doing rounded strokes on the top lip.
I don't own a lip brush. We're gonna pretend this is a lip brush. Why not, right?
We're on the outer corners. I feel like using a lip brush.
Panicking. I'm panicking. Hold on. Okay, outer corners in. This would probably work a lot better if I had an actual lip brush. Okay. Now what'd she say about the upper lip strokes? Huh? Rounded strokes. I never concentrated so hard to do my lips before in my life. Okay. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead.
Couple more things for fun that have nothing to do with what the book says. I'm gonna take one of my all-time favorite current lipstick formulas, the Rimmel Lasting Finish Extreme Lipstick. This is in the color Lit. This formula is insane. I'm gonna add it to the outer edges here just to get like a slightly different look. Slightly, like you're barely even gonna notice. I'm gonna take this ColourPop gloss.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna do that outer corner thing, but if she's going where I think she's going.
In the color, phew, like in the center.
Okay, so she took this gloss. I think it was orange. Yeah. Okay, so she's taking an orange gloss. So I am using my Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit High Shine Lipstick in Pumpkin Guts. And she just takes it right in the middle.
Now, funny enough, I perused this whole chapter and I don't see anything about highlighting the top of the cheekbones. I do want to highlight, so I'm gonna do kind of an old school method. I'm gonna take MAC Shell, kind of like as a base, beautiful on its own also. Didn't realize this was gonna be such a MAC filled day. And
okay, hold on. So she takes a cream as a base. So I'm gonna go in with my Flouter Day Glow Highlighting Glaze and tap that on right here. Alright, so after she took the cream, she took a powder, a loose powder highlight, and since we're going in that kind of goldeny orange color scheme, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. loose highlighting powder, and I Am So Lit. Okay, number one, I noticed she did her eyebrows and she didn't tell me. You didn't tell me, girl. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick. Okay, there's eyebrows. I just used my Wet n Wild retractable brow pen in ash brown. Now let's see. Okay, I actually agree. I really like the sweeping this up, putting the glaze, like the liquid, what is that called? What do you call this? Yeah, they call it a glaze. Putting this down before putting the powder product down is like shabam. That is intense. As far as the foundation combo, I probably could have primed more. The only primer I used was my sunscreen, and I think I definitely needed a little bit more moisturizer under this foundation combo. Okay, let's blend that out. Hello. So I'm wondering if I should have chiseled this more. So we're gonna go in with this tan sculpt shade from my Profusion palette, and we're just gonna play a little bit. I'm not going anywhere. We're actually probably gonna be stuck from a snowstorm coming soon, so I'm going to actually take this up a little bit, like right here, and chisel that. Oh, look at the difference. Like, it cuts this makeup. You're amazing. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take my sponge that I used for foundation and just kind of pat over that. All right, so let's get a spritz of Catrice, and we'll take one final look. Definitely the oranges, the reds made my blue eyes pop. My hair already, I feel like since I dyed my hair that it makes my eyes pop, but these colors definitely helped. I like the lip color actually with this eye look, and of course I love my pumpkin guts gloss. It's like one of my favorites, especially for fall time. I like the method of contouring my nose under foundation. I tend to forget a lot and then I'll just end up using a powder, but I definitely think I need to blend out a little bit better. Like this side looks really good compared to this side. This side looks a little muddy right there, but I think I just was watching and, you know, trying to stay along with her, and I just didn't take the time that I needed. I really like the blush, bringing it instead of back, sweeping it up into the temples. But yeah, and I like this. Like when you put your, as long as you're not going out in public like, hey, you know, if you're normal, it just creates this shadow that makes you look a lot more snatcheroony. So anyway, that is me following a tutorial from Jaime friend. Let me know down below, are there any other YouTubers that you would like me to follow a tutorial of theirs? I really enjoy doing this. It's fun because it's like I don't have to think of what I'm doing off the top of my head. I just get to follow along with someone. And also I really like following other people as they do tutorials to see like their style and their method of application. So it's really fun for me. So again, thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.